And bonjour, this is Bruno. You're listening to the Building Public podcast about LARVOL CLIN, and I'm here with Kalpana and Sandeep. We're going to talk about ASCO. We just came back from ASCO. Hi, gang. How are you?
Hi, Bruno. We are
They,
doing good. Thank you for asking.
they did not sleep
Hi,
much. They
Bruno.
did not sleep much over the last 5 days. It's been
How was your ASCO
a
experience?
big effort, and nobody had the chance to rest. So now we are getting ready to discuss what we learned, and in particular how CLIN helped uh, prepare before ASCO, during, and now recap after ASCO. And so what I'm going to ask first Kalpana to do, and then Sandeep, is to go over the analytics that are unique to us at LARVOL CLIN about ASCO. Before that, LARVOL CLIN is, think about it as a Wikipedia of cancer trial data. So every publicly known result, data, abstract, publications, Kaplan-Meier curve, everything related clinical trials in cancer is or should be in CLIN. So let's start with Kalpana. Please walk us through what we have on the screen, and then we'll get through the more detailed recap per tumor type and per modality.
Sure, Bruno. Okay. Thank you for having me for the podcast. Okay. So before I start with the analytics, I just want to give you as you mentioned, it is pre-ASCO, ASCO, and post-ASCO. So pre-ASCO, we will have the abstracts titles. Like as soon as the titles are released, we have them in CLIN, and during the abstracts release, we have the abstracts. And during the conference, as soon as there is a tweet, we cover within hours. It's not days, but within hours, we have that in CLIN. And post ASCO, you can see the entire data as such. So now going back to the analytics, it is something like we have bundle of analytics, which you can't see anywhere, according to my knowledge, at least if I can claim. So here, on the screen, Sandeep is sharing. So here we have the top analytics. You see the top trials, which are based on the Twitter reactions or expos from oncologists alone. And also we are unique in uh, naming or tagging that specific tweet or post with the rating. Like we have negative, not rated, mixed, positive, practice changing, and practice informing. So that is how you see the bars. So this is the top trials, and we have a couple more analytics like top trials based on abstracts also, like which is having more number of abstracts, or top companies, top diseases, top products. So whole lot of analytics are there. So we welcome you to log into CLIN and explore the avenue.
And if you're listening and you want a demo of CLIN, or maybe a pilot access, please message us on social media or on our website.
Yeah, you can reach out on CLIN. It is a very simple URL, clin.larvol.com.
Okay. So now, actually, just do one thing before we shift to the recap per tumor type. Click on any of these bars so we can see the emails and the analytics behind them. So all of these are clickable, so you can access the positive, the negative, the comment from any of the DOLs, of the digital opinion leaders. Right. That sounds good. And the other point I want to make, and then we can shift to the other presentation, is that it's not just people using hashtag. So any of the 6,000 oncologists that we track on X, if they talk about any of the data released at ASCO, we index that tweet. It doesn't matter if they have a hashtag. Sometimes they don't even mention by name the trial, but we know they're referring to the trial. All of these tweets are analyzed and included in our analytics. That's another unique element of what the hard work that all of you are doing. Okay, yeah. So now let's go to a second effort, which is, we call it recap. So what we do is that at the end of the conference, we take one tumor at a time, ear, lung, but we also do it for breast, for GI, for GU, for all of the main areas of cancer. And we do a recap of all the data presented and the oncobuzz for each trial. So one of you, please go ahead and let's go through what we have in lung cancer.
Sandeep is the owner and he's
Sandeep,
the hero
yeah,
behind
yeah,
preparing
Sandeep,
this.
you're the one who lost sleep over it, so you should be presenting that page.
Yeah, I will be stop sharing and then I will be presenting it now. So
It's
can you
very
see
clear,
me?
Sandeep. Please go ahead.
Yeah, we see it on the screen.
Yeah, so the lung cancer, we have done it for the recapzi, what Bruno told and Kalpana told over here. So what you saw in the last one is that it is based on the reactions, but all these trials are based on the views, which is mainly very much effort we have done it to take on day by day views on this count, and it is an automated one first of all. So there is, if you can see that we are doing it for the 5 cancer areas, and we have done also for the 4 modalities, that is ADC, one is bispecific, CAR-T and IO. So so the views and all these things are depend on the per oncologist, which are coming from the ASCO day by day. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 and day 5. So this is, I will just show you so what we usually give it. So
Actually, go back to the top. I've got one comment to make. So these are all of the trials discussed at ASCO that
yeah,
have strong oncobuzz. So you got about 15 or so of them. Now, 3 of them are either the first one we did not rate. I'm not actually sure why. Maybe because it's not it's a bit of an unusual trial, so we did not actually rate it. I think it was a time. Is that the one that talks about the time when you administer the drug?
yes, it is the
Okay,
Pacific 15 trial. So
I see.
it is talk about the time of the immunochemotherapy. So we
And
didn't read that.
the highest buzz, but because it doesn't talk about a specific drug, we did not give it a rating. We gave a
Yes,
rating to the other ones, and there are
yeah,
3 of them that, based on our consensus rating analysis,
yes,
have either practice changing or practice informing. That's the second, the third, the fourth on the Neoadora, Delphi, and Checkmate. I cannot read on my screen very
Eight.
easily.
Adura.
Yeah. These are the 3 that are either practice changing or practice informing on our consensus analysis from the commentary from digital opinion leaders.
Yes.
And in addition, so in this document, you selected the most important commentaries from the top voices in lung, and then you also have the key data presented, right?
Yeah, we have the next slide. So where you can see that we have given all the data specific to that particular trial.
Yeah, just that
So
you
there's,
just that you mentioned top voices, Bruno. I just wanted to give some coloring of the top voices. The top voices, we rate them in our system based on peer reviews, based on their work in or posts in X. So we have a scoring system also. So that is there in CLIN again.
Right. So let me clarify. Thank you for saying that. So the oncobuzz and the number of views is based on all oncologists, 6,000 of them. But the highlighted tweets are only coming from the top voices. And so, for example, in lung, I think we have about 10 top voices, right? And so we did a survey, and we use also other metrics of influence to select a peer nomination process, very thorough effort to identify these top voices. And of course, they are the most, at least in our methodologies, the most authoritative voices on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I'm sure people listening recognizes these names.
Names. So the recap file will show not only the top trials, that is an analytic, and for the top 10 trials, we have specific slides allocated where we have a brief intro of the specified tweets, what we have selected, and also some screenshots which we take from X, which shows the study design, like the important results, the summary and conclusions, everything for each of the trial. And also at the end of the recap file, Sandeep, you can share the screen. At the end,
Yeah.
we also give a brief summary that is generated for each of the trial. So, and if any one of you who are watching needs this file, it's free of cost. Please feel free to drop in your email ID. We'll be happy to share that with you.
It's free of cost.
Yes, it's a free
Yes.
of
That's
cost.
incredible.
You are being generous, Bruno.
Well, you've been working so hard on this. We want to make sure we share the good work that we've done. All right, so Tropion. Do we have time to do either a second tumor type or maybe a modality, so people will have a sense of the other coverage that we had at ASCO? Again, we cover a total of 9. We have 9 such reports, right? So we have it for lung, for breast, for GI, for GU,
Him.
for
Him.
we bundle him into one. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yes.
unusual
Yes.
because usually we split it, but not here.
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't follow our follow. That's okay. So okay, that's fine. And then we had and that's it, right?
Yeah.
These are the
5 cancer type.
specialized recap. Okay, and then we had ADC, IO, CAR-T,
Bispecifics.
and bispecific. We had 4 modality-focused reports. All right. Do you want to pick one of the modality?
Yes. So I guess Shahir will be means I'm sharing the screen about the bispecifics one.
All right. So if you're listening, if you want to receive any of these, that's your chance. We can send it to you right away. All that hard work we did, we'll send it to you for free. Well, if you're a competitor, we might decide not to share it with you. but, but if you're not a competitor, we'd love to share it with you.
This will be very
All right.
comprehensive list of the trials, the important trials at one place, Bruno. Like, for example, if
Yeah.
I'm interested in X trial, I should be gathering some information from N number of parts. But if we have this recap file, the top or the most important trials that are being discussed at any conference, you should be seeing the entire information, be it be analytics, be it be the slides, be it be the tweets or the summary. So everything at one
Yeah.
place. So it's a very comprehensive and useful file.
And the key element, of course, is the speed, right? Because so I was at
Yes.
ASCO, so 4 days of intense meetings, 40,000 people, a lot of data, and our world is such that people attention, their interest is very time based. So they're interested in all of that right now because in their institution they have to discuss the findings. In a few days, they will have moved on to something else. They will have analyzed the data. They will have done it themselves. So the key part of our job is to extremely quickly analyze all of that data and be able to send to our customers and to our audience the result of that work. So we're doing it for all of the major conferences. So we're going to do it next for EHA, for World Learning, and then for ESMO and many others.
Absolutely, Bruno. Jumping in from the background, this is Shahir Sheikh. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. We have a great audience today, and I'll be sharing the file in the next 30 seconds, the other file that you have requested. But just letting you know, we are being watched with a great amount of audience. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and even ask questions in the comment box. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
I'm sharing the screen.
Thank you very much, everybody. All right.
Yeah. Bruno, I just want to conclude on one point. Since you mentioned timing of essence, it's not only the final recap after the conference, but during the conference at each end of day, we have one recap. So that will also be very useful to everyone.
That is the email forward things. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Bye for
Thank
today.
you.